Right now in this industry, there are major opportunities for you to succeed, major opportunities for you to just explode your business, grow your brand, but more importantly, serve a lot of people. The question is, do you recognize that opportunity and are you actually capitalizing on it? Are you taking action on it, or are you standing on the sidelines letting it happen against you or to other people? My name is JT DeBolt. Welcome to today's episode of the Elite Marketing Pro Daily Dose of Awesome. And in this particular daily dose, I'm going to be talking to you specifically about one of the biggest opportunities going on right now in this industry, how you can take advantage of it, but more importantly, how you can differentiate yourself inside this industry based on the activities, based on the actions, based on the behaviors that you put forth in the next several days and weeks. I'm going to be talking about that today. So as you're jumping out here, let me know where you are tuning in from, and let me say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever time it is for you, no matter where you might be tuning in from on the Big Blue Marble. Thanks for joining us here each and every single Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific for your 15 minutes of inspiration, education, and motivation to help you get your day started off right. Lots of people jumping out here. What's up, Ray? Good to see you coming in from sunny Southern California. Brian Permig's coming in from Magic Mountain. Hey, what's up, dude? Magic Mountain, man. Haven't been to Magic Mountain in forever. I love that place. Thanks for taking some time out of what sounds like a pretty fun day. All right, so as you're jumping out, give me a shout out. So I want to lead with kind of some sad news, some challenging news, if nothing else. There's a big industry giant in the direct sales or high ticket, top tier home-based business industry, if you will, that recently came under fire by one of the three-letter entities, the FTC. I'm not going to, go deep into this whole thing, but just know that it's a company that's been around and started 11 years ago. And what you're starting to see is there's a few different types of people coming out of the woodworks, and this happens anytime a major player, whether it's an individual or a company or an organization, comes under fire, gets shut down, gets closed down, whatever it is. Number one type of person that comes out is the hater, the naysayer, and the grave dancer, right? These are the people that love to see other people fail. They love to see other people flounder, fall on their face, whatever it is. And you're starting to see that. There's lots of people that are coming out saying, hey, this company's had it coming. The individuals that support them should be ashamed of themselves, so on and so forth. The other type of person you see are the kind of woe is me victims. These are the people that are saying, oh, I got screwed. The company's not paying me my money. I put everything into this, and they're talking about all the things that went wrong, everything they've lost as a direct result of this. And then you have the different kind of iterations of people that are somewhere in between those two extremes. What I'm asking of you, what I'm challenging you to do is to decide to be something a little bit different, all right? This is a golden opportunity, not because you're capitalizing on somebody else's failure, all right? This is a golden opportunity, not because you are taking advantage of somebody while they're down. That's not what I'm talking about. In fact, anything but. What I'm talking about right now for you is if you're willing to become and see yourself and behave as a leader, you have the opportunity to explode your business. Now, what do I mean by that? There's this saying, you probably heard it before, a term called ambulance chasers. And this is oftentimes sort of attached to the legal profession. So you hear about less than savory people who are attorneys who will actually seek out accident victims, whether it's a literal, like a physical, like a car accident, or they're the victim of a lawsuit. You see this a lot on TV. Hey, if you've ever been diagnosed with some random disease and you use this particular drug, you might be entitled to compensation, right? You've probably seen that before. Well, that might be an example of your standard ambulance chaser, somebody who's basically looking to profit off of somebody else's pain. That's not what I'm describing here. I want to be perfectly clear when I say this. What we're going to be talking about today is not capitalizing or profiting off somebody else's pain, all right? What we're talking about is giving somebody else another opportunity to rise up. We're talking about providing a pathway of hope. We're talking about giving somebody options, giving them something else to hang on to other than the situation they're in. Because anytime a company or an individual goes down, all right, it's typically because of something that they either didn't know about or they were playing against and knew, and they were kind of hedging their bets. But the fact of the matter is, most people, and this is my personal belief, I could be completely wrong on this. I might be very naive in this, but my belief is that most people are operating from a place of doing the best they can. In fact, this is something that I really challenge you. If you identify yourself as a leader, then I want you to take this on board and really consider this. And if it works for you, great, adopt it. Okay, because it certainly works for me, and I've adopted this, and it's something that's brought me not only a great deal of peace and a great deal of harmony internally, but it's also helped me build great relationships, which have actually helped me build a business that I'm very proud of and very successful with. That is this, is that anytime you see somebody do something, especially if it's something that you don't agree with, put yourself in their position for 2 seconds and realize they're doing the best they can with what they know. All right? Most people are not trying to get one over. Most people aren't scammers or shysters. Most people aren't coming from that place. I'm not saying those people don't exist, but we as leaders have to separate ourselves from the drama, the negativity, and all the other BS that's going on out in the world, especially in business, and start stepping up and acting like a leader. If this makes sense to you, give me a 1 in the chat box, by the way. If you personally, here, I'll do you one better. If you identify as a leader, and listen, I totally understand, and I think you get this too, that leadership is not easy, right? Leadership can be messy. Leadership can be a challenge at times. But if you're willing to step into that challenge, if you know that your shoulders are strong enough to bear that burden, if you know that you have the character and the drive and the actual empathy for other people to lead them to greatness, then give me a 1 in the chat box. I want to see some folks out here. All right, man, this is what I'm loving to see. Lots of folks saying 1 in the chat box, which tells me I'm speaking to my peeps, which I knew I was, but I have to, hey, you always got to kind of take the temperature of the room, right? The reality is this, is that good things happen to good people. Bad things happen to good people. It's called life. And oftentimes we attach so much emotion to business that we forget that business is kind of part of life, isn't it? And so as you turn around and you see people, maybe it's an individual that has hit hard times. Maybe they were flying high for a very long time. Maybe they were getting great results, and then all of a sudden something happened. Their funnel collapsed, or their marketing just went to pot, whatever it is, and all of a sudden now they're on tough times. It's easy to dance on their grave. It's easy to laugh at them and say, yep, they were flying high, they had a big ego, they had it coming. It's easy to say that. And hey, maybe there's some truth to that. It's easy to say this about organizations, because isn't it funny how when a company goes through a tough time, it's very easy to think of them as some nameless, faceless sort of blob. We take the human side out of it. We forget that business, that organization, that company started with somebody's vision, right? It started from a place in their heart where they said, man, I want to create something better for myself and help other people along the way. Again, remember this. Most people are operating from a place of doing the best they can with the best intentions possible. There are very few nefarious people out there, very few really evil-minded people. I'm not saying they don't exist, all right? I flew military aircraft. Trust me, I know what evil looks like. My job for 12 and a half years was to hunt those bastards down and put them in the ground. Save the good guys and bury the evil. I get it, but I'm here to tell you right now, with that perspective, it's very rare that you find people in business, especially in our industry, that are coming from a place of being truly evil or truly doing bad. So we have to, as leaders, strip away some of that negativity and that drama and approach this with a lens of possibility. Open our hearts and our minds a little bit and ask ourselves, what is this person really doing? And is it unfortunate that they found themselves in a position? Maybe they broke the rules. Maybe they were operating from a place of ignorance, or maybe they knew exactly what they were doing and they got what they deserved. That's not the point. The point is, what can we do in this situation? There is an opportunity, all right? And again, I'm not talking about being opportunistic. I'm not talking about profiting from somebody's pain like an ambulance chaser. What I'm talking about is being a leader. Because right now there are people out there that are hurting. People that had all their hopes and dreams in one basket. And that basket evaporated overnight. The question I have for you, my fellow leaders, is what might you do about that? Are you going to stand by on the sidewalk and go, man, that's unfortunate, that must suck to be them, and go about your day? Are you going to be the type of person that dances on the grave and says, ha, you guys had it coming, you fools? Or are you going to be the type of person that says, what might I do to help that person? How might I convey a message of hope? How might I show them a pathway to a better way? How might I open the door for them to give them an option that they probably didn't even know about yesterday. And right now, because they're in so much pain, they're in so much darkness that they can't see the light. What if I'm that one beacon of light? If that resonates with you, if you know that you can step into that, then I want you to give me a 2 in the chat box. A 2 in the chat box tells me that what you're feeling deep inside is you know that you have something you can share with people, perhaps in a lot of pain, perhaps right now in this space, in this industry, that both are needing, wanting, and looking for something better. Give me a 2. That's awesome. Hey, I love to see it. Sally Pragg, my friend, says, such a good message, JT. Thanks for having such a wise and heartfelt perspective on the world. Listen, I appreciate you saying that, Sally, but I have to say, I've been in both sides. I've been the person that got beat down. Back in 2009, my wife and I went through one of the worst challenges in our entire lives. We'd both gotten off active duty. You know, we had the full-time paycheck. We did all the comforts that you would want from having what most people might attribute to like a corporate job, right? Corporate America, corporate Europe, corporate, Britain, wherever you live. But we were in the U.S. military. Every 2 weeks, we got our paycheck. We didn't have to worry about the company going out of business. We didn't have to worry about getting laid off. We were up for promotions, had full medical, dental benefits. We had the whole 9 yards. We had the comforts of a steady, comfortable job. Now, granted, we were getting deployed to go to war and things like that, but you get my point. And we left all of that in 2008 to strike out on our own. Now, 2008 here in the United States and pretty much worldwide was a really tough time to start a business, especially if you have no business background. But we did it anyway. We had a total belief in ourselves. We were coming from a place of pure intention. We said, man, we believe in this, and we also believe we can help people. All right, so we came at it doing the best we could with the knowledge we had. It took about 9 months for us to lose absolutely everything. We lost our life savings. We lost our investment properties. We lost our property, our primary residence we lived in. They repoed our cars. It was awful. And this whole time, before that, people were calling us all the time and wanting our advice and asking questions and wanting to be a part of this and a part of that with us. And then immediately, as soon as we crashed, and as soon as our business failed, that phone stopped ringing. In fact, not only did it stop ringing, people stopped answering our phone calls, stopped answering our emails. It's crazy. It's like we had some sort of disease that somebody felt they were going to catch just because we had gone through a tough financial time in our business. Here's the thing. Having that perspective, I can tell you this. There's a very human side to every failure you see out there. There are people that are hurting. It doesn't mean they quit. It doesn't mean that they're not smart or that they're not capable. It doesn't mean that they gave up. It doesn't mean that they don't want to win. And it certainly doesn't mean that they're bad people. What it means is they need a better way. And so if you identify as a leader, which many of you have, if you have identified as somebody who's willing to step up and show somebody the way, then here's your rally cry. This is your call to action. Your call to action is today and every single day to be compassionate and empathetic and show people what it means to be successful in business. The thing is, here in EMP, we have something pretty remarkable, don't we? We have a community that was started with a beautiful vision from one of the brightest, most amazing people in the world. We saw him show up and make great friends and connections and bring 2 other folks on board to make that vision grow. And now you have 3 of the most amazing co-founders that have come together to develop something beautiful, something amazing, something strong, something that's made many people, not just financially wealthy, but wealthy from the inside out, giving them hope, giving them a new way, giving them a way to put their kids through school, to take their families on vacations, to have medical procedures done that they couldn't have normally afforded, to have a better quality of life, to be able to get away from stressful situations, sometimes to move in and step into their greatness. That's what has happened as a result of 3 gentlemen that came together to build this thing. And I'm not going to sit here and pound the chest and wave the flag. You guys get this. But what I'm trying to show you is how powerful what we have is. And if we aren't, you and I, if we aren't out there every single day sharing that message, then we are leaving people behind. And right now, my friends, there are a lot of people in pain. Many of which suddenly, just this week, found out within this industry that what they had, what they thought, and what they believed was going to last forever is now gone. What are you going to do about that? What are you going to do for those people? What are you going to do for your own brand? This is a great opportunity, a golden opportunity for you to step into a leadership position and show somebody else a great way. Not from a place of I told you so, not from a place of I'm better than you, not from a place of, ha-ha, sucka, you lose, right? but from a place of here's my hand. Follow me. Let's walk shoulder to shoulder. Let me lead the way for you. I might only be 2 steps in front of you, but I will show you the way, and you can grow with me as we grow together. That's what we need more of. We need more compassion. We need more empathy. We need more leadership, right? We need more people who are willing to step out there and be courageous enough to share their message, courageous enough to actually ask for the sale because they believe so much in what they do. And if you believe in what you do here, if you believe in what you do, period, in life, then you really have one responsibility, and that is to get out there and share it, to inspire others. Not from a place of rah, chest-pounding motivation. I'm not talking about that crap. I'm talking about through leading by example, being the example of greatness, being the example of hope, being the example of showing up and getting better every single day, not for the sake of the result, but for the process that it takes to get great. And here's the good part. You don't have to put any pressure on yourself about the results because that's not what's important right now. What's important is that there's a vehicle that many people don't know about, believe it or not. We think, man, EMP is great. The whole world should know about it, right? But they don't. And so your challenge now, and it's an amazing challenge because the opportunity is huge, bigger than it's ever been, is to get out there and help as many people as you can in this industry and even outside the industry. You probably know this from your own experience. There are people hurting in the world. There are also people that are hungry. They're not necessarily hurting. They just want better for themselves. They have that vision. They have that belief. They know, hey, listen, if I was to do something different, man, what could be possible? What might I do? And those are also the people we want to be speaking to. This is a golden opportunity, my friend. Are you going to seize it? Will you capitalize on it? Will you move forward bolder than you ever have before? Let me share with you my all-time favorite quote from the great Basil King. Be bold, and mighty forces will come to your aid. Now's the time to be bold. It's not the time to play small. It's not the time to be safe. It's not the time to stay in the box. It's the time to shatter the barriers and the boundaries that we've held for ourselves. Be bigger. Be bolder. And be a leader. Who's with me? If you're with me, give me a high five in the chat box here. Passion, compassion, and belief is the key to inspire and leading by example. Lead with your heart, says Angeline. Yes, ma'am. 100% agree with you. 100%. Beauty of EMP leadership, pure heart, says Jan Fansler. Thank you, Jan. Appreciate that. And that's true. That's true of you. You are that. You epitomize that. And if you believe that, if you want to epitomize that, then that's what we do every single day, right? It's not about being, it's about behaving as. It's about showing up and doing the actions of the leader. It's what we do in any given moment that decides who we really are, right? And so the question is, what is it we're going to do today? What might we show up as? What might we present? What might we share? Get on a Facebook Live today. Even if you've already done a Facebook Live, or even if you said, hey, man, today's not my day, JT, it's Tuesday, I only do Facebook Lives on Wednesdays and Thursdays, or I only do them every other day. If you've already done one today, jump out there. If all you do is give something that's inspirational, if all you do that gives somebody a piece of hope, if all you do is show through the example that you're leading by, if you can just show that example for 5, 10, 15 minutes, it just might be the difference maker in somebody who really needs to see it right here, right now, today. They may not have till tomorrow to wait. In fact, somebody may jump in front of you, and I'm not saying this from a place of competition. I'm saying this from a place of, listen, don't lose the opportunity because somebody else was willing to take this message to heart. Be the leader. Lead by example. Show up today and every single day. Reach a hand out. Let me help you. If there's anything I can do for you, reach out to me. I have something that I think would be beneficial to you. However you want to word it is entirely up to you, and guess what? There is no perfect. There's only awesome. So don't be perfect. Just be awesome. Get yourself out there. If this is working for you, give me a 5 in the chat box. Angeline says, I'm doing one later this afternoon. Good for you. That's what I'm talking about. Lots of folks, by the way, I had to scroll back up here. Man, your comments were flowing in here. I was just sort of like going off and, kind of in the moment. So there's lots of great comments coming in here. I appreciate it. If I missed any of you guys, I appreciate all of you guys. All right, listen. I just really wanted to come out here. I actually had a different topic planned for today, but because so much of what's been going on has been coming at me fast and furious, some of my dear friends that I've known for years in this industry are hurting, reaching out to me saying, JT, what do I do? I've had people that, were associated with these programs that are going down saying to me, dude, I knew you from this. I knew you from that. Help me. What am I doing? And I can tell you this right now. Just because they're asking me doesn't mean it's just JT to Bolt. They're asking in general. So go out there, my friends. Mobilize yourselves. Get out there. People are looking for you. Be that antenna that can receive that message, and be the person that can give the message back to those people, because they're open for it, man. They're hurting. They want you and they need you. But more importantly, it's not just what you have here at EMP. It's you personally. It's what you can do for them. And you can do so much. You can do so much just simply by being there to be an ear and being that strong hand of leadership to guide them, pull them out of the pit, and show them a better way. All right, my friends, listen, get out there. Be amazing. Get your message out there. Come with a place of a servant's heart and a leader's heart, and show other folks the way. And that will absolutely blow your business up. But more importantly, you'll be doing it from a place of integrity, and you'll do it from a place where you can look back and be very proud of what you did, what you provided, and the impact that you made. Make sure you join us here each and every single Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Tomorrow, we're going to have another amazing leader coming out to show you new ways to build and grow your business. And remember, no matter what course you fly in life, fly high, fly fast, and fly far. Go out there and lead by example. Lead with your heart. And we'll see you guys very soon. Take care. Have an amazing Tuesday.